Howdy folks, and welcome back to my Jedi Knight series of the Jedi Knight storyline. And we just wrapped up our previous quest, which was the first one we had on Terrace, and now we're starting up with catching up with Watcher 1. The first thing I'm going to mention to you guys to notice is that if you are doing this immediately after the first quest, then you're going to want to click on your world map, and you're going to notice that this one happens in the middle area. So the fastest way to get there is actually to not run out through the gate and travel there. The first thing you're going to want to do is actually travel back to Alaris and take a speeder drive to that middle area and then drive out there. And that'll just save you some foot traffic and running time. And I'm just going to pick my utility skill for this level.
Greetings. You are cleared for the following travel routes.
Huh, that's weird. I'm running into a little bit of a glitch here. I've chosen that, and yet it doesn't keeps giving me that. Okay, there we go. I was like, alright, I chose my skill, man. Let me close the window for Pete's sake. So we're heading up into this area here called the Sinking City. All I can tell you right now, guys, is expect racghouls. Lots and lots of racghouls. Racghouls are these little critters running around. They do, almost all of them are able to give you a standard debuff, which reduces the overall health in your health pool. So there's some guys that'll reduce your armor. These guys will reduce the overall size of your health pool. And that can be kind of annoying and will linger from battle to battle. So it's in your best interest that when you are fighting racghouls to smash them quick and leave. I'm going to head to the north here a little bit and a little to the east of the speeder point, as you can see here. And I'm actually going to take this little trail pathway. That's going to be the easiest way to get there. Hope you guys like the new speeder. This is a Corellian Star Drive Spark. And so it's got a nice cool little flourish you can do there with the wings on command by hitting Control-Z. Just kind of dig it. You know, I don't usually go out of my way for mounts or anything like that, but this was one that I kind of did. I loved Return of the Jedi when I was a kid, and they had these A-Wing fighters that looked just like that. Oh, not just like it, but pretty close. Right, he just clicked on this thing, so I gotta wait a second until it spawns up. Figures that I'm right behind him. Here we go. That's one. You almost a pass. And by the way, guys, you're going to see me do that a lot where I drive past somebody, and if I see they don't have buffs, I'm just going to buff them. If you heard me talk about that in one of my earlier videos, I just think that's just something nice to do. I've got the full set of buffs. I've played through so many characters, but you know, some players, they're just starting out. Maybe they don't. And I find like it's just a nice, courteous way for me to just help another person out in a really quick fashion. All right, so going up here, we got one. That guy. Done. And he was no match for the unified power of myself and Kira. Alright, I'm gonna ride past these guys by hugging up here on the left. It's kind of cheap. This ship, though, does cause some problems when it comes to its hitbox. Alright, so here we go. It looks amazing, but the game has a little trouble registering, you know, the collision effects, what it's going to glide in, what it should be clipping with. That's why, I mean, if you really want to zip around in a hurry, just use a jetpack, and that will have one of the smallest hit profiles of any mounts. Just means it'll also glitch less against other objects.
I finished resetting all the tracking relays. Is that central computer online?
Affirmative. Triangulating Dr. Gadara's coordinates now. This facility has outlived its usefulness, and my programming provides no secondary mission. I am uncertain how to proceed. Serving Republic cowards is unacceptable, but I am not armed to combat imp scum.
Quite the dilemma.
Recommendation?
Dr. Gadara needs all the help he can get. You should come.
Excellent suggestion. Perhaps I can acquire new mission parameters from my maker. Triangulation complete. Transmitting the coordinates to you now. I am coming, but do not wait for me. My maker needs you, Jedi.
Very passionate.
Lightsaber jerk.
So, be aware. I didn't have to fight that group on the way in, didn't even know they were standing there. And our next spot is down here by the south. I'm going to recommend doing a quick travel jump to Auric Station. Alright. And again, guys, this is just time saving. You know, yeah, you could ride through the planet, but I find it's faster if you just take some of these shortcuts. And from here, we're going to head south this time. And it's pretty much in a straight line. I'm just going to follow this road south through this part of the map. Actually, hang on, there might actually be a faster speeder point to it. I think there is. There's my speeder guy.
Reminder,
Aha.
mechanized travel is for official business only.
I stand corrected. Alright, so as soon as we warp back to base Auric, jump on the speeder, head south. This is the road I was going to follow, but man, hey, time saved. And time is money. Interestingly enough, too, right after Coruscant, you know, all the Republic players come here. If you play a Sith character after they've wrapped up Drum and Koss, they head to a planet called Balmorra. And what's kind of neat is that, you know, Imperial players actually do eventually come to Terrace, but for them it's later in the timeline than when the Republic players come here, and vice versa. So when we head to Balmorra, it's actually later in the timeline, you know, for the galaxy. So it's kind of cool that, you know, as these players, you'll hit these planets and do different points in its history and have an influence over what happens there. Alright, there's guys on the other side of the tree that I saw. Gotta go up this little ramp. I'm just speedering past everything. I mean, if you want to be taking time to kill stuff, do side quests, you know, that's all your prerogative. I'm not really wild about Terrace. I feel like there's a lot of driving involved to get from plot point to plot point, so I like to try to get it done as quickly as possible. You know, especially now that you can do all your crafting leveling at endgame. If you do need, on the other hand, though, to you know, if this is your first character and you're learning your first skill, take some time. It's cool.
How do you know Dr. Gadara?
Con kipona hukta tabatata. Sigunra deha yaliska chanaga. Itinka chasa hopoma.
You can lift a blaster? Come with me and fight.
No kabaje uluani kuschi sinchi donoma. Pi toto kapola kupi de opera jiruni pibuka.
Normally I wouldn't say that, but there's a little secret about that character there, the one who looks like a Rhodian. I'm gonna turn the music and sound up just a touch more. A lot of this is optional, but I'm going to go ahead and maybe I can skip around these guys on the right-hand side. Aggro range is kind of a funny thing at low levels. It's different as you get into the higher levels.
Done.
Let's get that off this hotbar too. When I hit 17, I got a few new skills. The most important one was Heroic Moment for sure. Back to the tank. There are a few very conditional times where, you know, something like a taunt comes in handy, but like I said, it's extremely conditional. already at something ridiculous like affection rank 20, which is double the value of the ability. She's rock and roll. Alright, my target is straight in the middle of these two. Let's see how good my luck holds out. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm not going for the bonus here, guys, but I mean, if you are, it's usually just kill, kill, kill. Alright, Watcher 1.
Stand down, Jedi. I'm afraid we both lose this contest. Dr. Gudera killed himself rather than be captured. It's a tragic loss.
Your goal was to kill him.
He was far more valuable to us alive. We are prepared to leave Taris without further violence. Full cessation of hostilities. Do you accept?
You've committed crimes against the Republic. I'm taking you in.
You know I can't allow that. Be reasonable. Unlike the men at the outpost, we're trained to fight Jedi. Don't
There's a lot of people
underestimate
who say
us.
that during the game.
Wait, Jedi.
They
These
all
filthy
die
imps
like
are
the
lying
rest.
to you. My maker is not dead. I arrived late because I performed a second triangulation on my maker's bioscan.
Thought we destroyed that irritating machine.
Curses! And we would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you lousy kids.
Now you both have to die.
Obviously, that was much fun.
Critical damage.
Feel a little bad
Circuits
for telling him, like,
failing.
yeah, join us in this
Transmitting
next
my
fight.
maker's new
And then he's
coordinates
the
to you
first one
now.
who takes the shot to the
Save
head.
him. Do not let my functions end in vain.
Your main processor and memory circuits are intact. If there's a way to repair you, I'll find
Hooray
it.
for being a droid, we can save your brain.
Kill them all.
He's just so bloodthirsty for a droid. Kill them all. Do you remember him from the front door? What?
Not my finest performance, but serviceable. Do not fear. Dr. Gudera is unharmed. I painlessly rendered him
weasel.
unconscious and gently carried him to safety.
That trick only works once. Next time, I'll be ready.
There doesn't need to be a next time. We could continue this chase forever, but what a waste of resources. I suggest a compromise. Give me time to administer truth serum to Dr. Gudera. Once he reveals his secrets, he's yours. We'll both have what we want.
You've already deceived me twice. I'd be a fool to give you another chance.
My deceptions have failed to produce the desired result. Now, I'm telling the truth.
Or is
I
he?
will purchase time
What's really
for
great is you get to,
interrogating Dr. Gudera
play
by
as an
offering
Imperial
you
agent
something of
on
great
the
personal
Imperial
interest.
side.
A
And,
Sith assassin
oh my
is on
gosh,
Taris,
it is
preparing to
fantastic.
massacre a
All
small
the different
Republic
lying,
settlement.
deceit,
I can
and
tell
trickery
you
that
where.
you get to use over there. It's
Tell
just
me how to save
fantastic.
my people.
That's
I
the
can only
the
provide the
next storyline
location.
I'm going to be doing.
How you stop your enemy is
You
up
know,
to
the
you.
Jedi Knight, I always feel
The
like is
Republic
number one
colonists
bullet
have a
just because
temporary
of the
shelter
ending
near
at
some ruins.
level 50.
Sending the
But
coordinates
number
now.
2 for sure.
The Sith assassin
you
is
have to
noted for
play the
being a
Imperial Agent
master of
storyline.
beasts. She
If you're
likely
looking
won't
for
be
the
alone.
which is the
I
best
advise caution.
storyline of the game, I'd
Good
actually
luck,
lean towards the
Jedi.
Imperial Agent, shockingly. It just has so many twists and turns, and so many of the little decisions you make have such incredible outcomes that you can play through it like I have 4 or 5 times and still never really see it all. Alright guys, so that's it. That is the end of that quest. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and the walkthrough of it. Next up, we'll do a more immediate concern. So until then, we'll see you next time.